My name is Georgia Hartzog, and I have decided to start a long COVID channel. There are a couple of reasons for this. The first reason is I am always shocked by the number of people that don't have any knowledge about long COVID. And this includes healthcare providers. I'm a nurse anesthetist, so I deal with patients, other healthcare providers on a daily basis. And I'm actually shocked at the number of nurses and physicians that don't really understand what long COVID is. They've got some misinformation. A lot of them tend to think that it just means you've had COVID for a really long time. And that's not true. And so many of them have all kinds of false facts about it. So we're going to go through a lot of that stuff and cover what some of that misinformation is and hopefully clear that stuff up. The other main reason that I wanted to start this channel is because my husband has long COVID. He has had long COVID now for 3 years, and it's devastating. It's devastating to him. It has dramatically changed his life. It's devastating to kids. It is devastating to me, just to our life and it has changed all the dynamics of what we can do. And so I just want to share those experiences with other people so that you know that you're not alone. I think long COVID as a whole is very isolating. There's a lot of gaslighting that occurs amongst the medical community to long COVID patients, even to, I think, family and friends. It's unbelievable the amount of people that have told my husband or insinuated to him in some way, just push through. Like, so you're tired, I'm tired too. Like you just got to get up and go get at it. And that's just, one, it's very belittling to their experience, and it just shows that they don't really know what long COVID is. It is not something that you can just push through. In fact, pushing through, which we will cover in another video, is really detrimental and causes more damage. So I want other people out there with long COVID to know you're not alone. And I realize, and my husband realizes, that it sucks. It sucks really, really bad. It sucks to have this, it's almost like an invisible disorder, because on the outside you may look fine, but there's just chaos and havoc and damage that's done on the inside that a lot of people can't see and don't know that you feel as bad as you feel. And I also want the caregivers out there to know that they're not alone either. Being in the caregiver role is very difficult. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it. Caregiver fatigue is very real. And so being a spouse to somebody with long COVID, yeah, it's hard. And it's changed a lot of the dynamics for us and the roles that we have and the things that we can do. So I want all the caregivers and the family members and even the friends, because it changes all of those things. My husband can't go and do things with his friends that he used to could go do. He's just too tired. So plan to cover all of those things and in future videos. I would like to discuss just what is long COVID, just in a general sense. Now, I'm going to just read off of a piece of paper because this is not something that I have memorized and I don't want to get it wrong. This is from the World Health Organization. This is their clinical definition of what they say long COVID is. The World Health Organization defines long COVID as occurring usually within 3 months of the initial COVID infection, with symptoms that last at least 2 months. Symptoms can fluctuate, relapse, or worsen over time and can affect people regardless of initial illness severity. So another sort of definition that I'd like to read is long COVID, also called post-COVID-19 condition, is a term used to describe ongoing, new, or reoccurring symptoms that persist after the initial COVID-19 infection, even once the virus itself is no longer detectable. So the virus doesn't have to be sitting there circulating around at detectable levels in your body. And we will go into in further videos about what's really happening inside the body with long COVID, but it's not a COVID infection anymore. A couple of things that I wanted to touch on in here is that illness severity doesn't have anything to do with whether or not you get long COVID. In fact, I think there are more people with mild cases of COVID that have gone on to get long COVID than the severe cases. So severity has absolutely no bearing on whether or not you got long COVID, or get long COVID, I should say. Another thing that I would like to just put out there right from the beginning is vaccination. Vaccination has no bearing on long COVID either. People were getting long COVID before vaccines ever even came out. There's cases of people with vaccines and non-vaccines that have all gone on to get long COVID. I even did some reading recently that said that I think a lot of people who didn't get the vaccine were a little more likely to have gotten long COVID. So I just want to squash any type of talk that the vaccine itself is what's caused long COVID. I mean, I'm shocked because there's been physicians that have said this to my husband, that because he got the vaccine, which he did, he got the vaccine and that was the reason he got long COVID. And that's just crap, okay? The vaccine doesn't cause long COVID. Unvaccinated people got it, or have gotten it, and vaccinated people have gotten it. So, there's no reason to discuss that anymore. The other thing is that all ages get it. Children get it, adults get it, older people get it. It doesn't discriminate based on that. It is more in women than men, though. Can't speak to the why of that. There's also over 200 symptoms listed for long COVID, which is that's crazy to me. And there's not a single test that can diagnose it. So symptoms come and symptoms go. They tend to, I know this is very true for my husband. In the beginning, in the first year, he would have these times where he felt good and he kind of felt like things were getting better, and he would be like, I think this is it. I think I'm past it. And he would get real, excited and hyped up about it. And then, a week, 2 weeks later, bam, he was just back down, in the valley, so to speak. And it would hit him so hard each time because I think he'd gotten his hopes up, and then he would just crash back down. And it tends to do that. I feel like it just goes in these kind of waves or these peaks and valleys. And so that doesn't mean that there aren't people that recover, because there are a lot of people that recover from it. But even that time frame is varied. Some people, it can be a couple of months. Some people, it can be a couple of years. And some people, it just seems to be ongoing. My husband is one of those people. He is still suffering, and it's been 3 years. So, okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up here to not inundate with too much information. On the next video that I'm going to make in probably just a couple of minutes, I'll go into symptoms. What are a lot of the symptoms that are present for long COVID? I'll talk about which ones my husband's experienced and which ones he hasn't experienced. If I have enough time in there, I might go in through diagnostic testing. And then also in future videos to come, we're going to go through what different interventions are out there, what things have worked, what don't work, which ones are kind of just scams to get your money, which ones are scientifically backed, what supplements are helpful, what kind of strategies can you be doing at home to help, things like pacing, breathing exercises. Is there any type of exercises that you can do at this point, and what those things might look like? So lots of things to come. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you on the next one.